coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Harden with it. He had 22 points in the win against San Antonio. And Houston again with the bucket.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Bucks trail by 10. Guys, I'm not sure there's a better star player who's a better fit for his team's philosophy than James Harden. Clark reflects the Rocket system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those done.
And Harden, either intentionally or not, is really the poster child for a new era of analytics that's starting to drive basketball. I mean, he generates a lot of points, but most importantly, he does it with tremendous efficiency, in part because he lives at the free throw line. And, you know, for the Rockets, acquiring James Harden might be the trade of the decade. You look at what they gave up, and it's hard to argue that they didn't win that transaction in a big way.
So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to Detroit.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
That's tipped and stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Beverly, the pass to Howard. Goes back up. Moniunas. Ariza kicks to Howard. Back to Ariza. Screen by Howard. Ariza outside. The pass to Moniunas. High shot from 10 feet out. Moniunas has got his first 2 points of the night.
That's exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, you'd like to see that every time down the floor.
Now here's Freak, defended by Beverly. Now Freak, he's got 16. From deep, and that's not going to go. And so that brings the first half to a...
Well, Dwight, an energetic and locked-in performance thus far. What's the key to how you're playing right now?
Well, you know, I've been trying to do my best to get in the best shape I can.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Rockets leading by 8. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Mayo out there with Jabari Parker. Then it's Carter Williams. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Freak dishes to Plumlee. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Thornton. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Freak missing.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drives. Interesting player, certainly, but playing with a team that's growing and pretty young around him.
A good point. And, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking the rim. That's second in the league in a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise some people.
Yes.
Mayo, the pass to Carter Williams. Here's Freak. Here's Parker outside for Carter Williams. Pass to Freak. Tries again. Connects. The jumper drops. Freak's got 18 points in the game. Houston leading by 8. 1:21 left in the third. Thornton no good. Milwaukee's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And a wide open look for Freak. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rockets shooting 43% for the game. The open shot by Brewer. Another miss by Houston. The Bucks shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Craig Monroe, he's checked in for the Bucks. And that one's good. Freak.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Lawson kicks to Jones, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing it down
sir.
hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Mayo dishing to Carter Williams. Here's Freak. Screen by Monroe. And that does. And the final period of play just about to start. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Henson. Parker comes in for Greg Monroe. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and Freak subbed in for Chris Middleton. Houston also making some changes. Capella's checked in, and Terrence Jones is subbed in for Moniunas. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Then it's Lawson. Then there's Terrence Jones, and it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And now, on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
In the game they played tonight, purposeful. They wanted to get after it after losing the first game of the year against these guys. Big boost of confidence for them to even up this season series against the Bucks.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for James Harden. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Out of bounds. Milwaukee ball.
Here is Bayless. Passes it to Freak. Plumlee with the screen. And here's Freak. Parker sets the screen for Freak from deep. On the money.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Ugly. Ugly.
Yes, gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden, and congratulations on a nice performance tonight. It certainly seemed like you guys were confident and in control with the flow of your offense.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. And we did a great job of actually just, guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Easy shots usually mean made shots. James, thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Great.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that motor.
That was the James Harden we've come to know and love, a player that brings nothing but fear to players that have to guard him. I've said this for a while now. He's the best one-on-one player in the NBA. And even if it's not a one-on-one situation, even if you throw the kitchen sink at him, he still gets the job done. It's the confidence, the drive, and the spirit that makes James Harden a superstar.
I thought this performance he needed to deliver, Ernie. He needed this game. You look at how he's been playing recently, and this was huge for him to come out and have a great night. You can really tell a lot about a player how they break out of a slump. He responded exactly the way he needed to.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.